If you can't afford good nutrition, find out if you're eligible for food stamps, the stamp of good health. Call 1-800-342-3009.
Before Denzel Washington starred in Training Day, Malcolm X, The Hurricane, Fallen, American Gangster, Book of Eli, The Magnificent Seven, and Fences.
That's what she told me. You're in my way, you're blocking the view, move out the way so I can find me a husband.
Before raking in an estimated net worth of $140 million, received a total of 39 acting awards, including 3 Golden Globes, 1 SAG Award, and 2 Oscars, and was praised by one of his own heroes, legendary film star Sidney Poitier.
I'll always be chasing you, Sidney. I'll always be following in your footsteps. There's nothing I would rather do, sir.
He has been a quintessential element in the finest of all American actors.
Before marrying Pauletta Pearson and sticking with her for over 3 decades, proving that Hollywood marriages can stand the test of time.
I was supporting him, but then on the side I'm going, well, okay, let me go and get this Campbell soup and see what I can do with the rice, beans, and everything else just to keep, you know. So no, the money wasn't always there.
Before calling out the press for fake news stories, both in real life and in his movies.
If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
This is a newspaper, right? It's 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining. That's why I read it, because it entertains me.
One of the greatest actors of all time, Denzel Washington, is the first black actor to have received 2 Academy Awards. If he wins for his role in Fences, he'll join the elite handful of actors who have won 3 or more. But his childhood wasn't all glitz and glamour. Denzel's parents divorced when he was just 14, and he was sent off to military boarding school, which he says saved his life. He had fallen into a bad crowd with his close childhood friends, serving a combined 40 years in prison since. Denzel instead turned to God and focused on his acting, eventually fulfilling a prophecy a woman in his mother's beauty parlor had made about him when he was just 20 years young. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCredden, documenting the life and career of Denzel Washington prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, I've documented a ton of other actors in the past. Recently, we did Emma Stone, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and Benedict Cumberbatch. Said that right? Yeah. What a weird name. Anyways, be sure to let me know in the comments down below who you want me to document next. Also, what's your favorite Denzel Washington film? Mine's Training Day.
My nigga. So you entertain me with your bullshit. Tell me a story right now. Go.
Denzel Hayes Washington Jr. was born on December 28, 1954 in Mount Vernon, New York. Denzel was named after his father, Denzel Hayes Washington Sr., who worked at a department store and in New York City's water department. But he was also a Pentecostal minister. Guy worked hard. Just like Dad, Denzel Jr. is also a devout Christian. He reads the Bible daily, once donated $2.5 million to help build a church in Los Angeles, and seriously considered becoming a preacher, just like his old man. I'm glad he became an actor instead, but you gotta admit he's got what it takes to deliver a sermon.
Inside of every one of us, we have something tugging at us, telling us to believe in something, to have faith in something bigger than ourselves.
Between goals and achievement are discipline and consistency. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Both of Denzel's parents were born in the South. His father was a Virginia native, and his mother, Lennis Lynn, was born in Georgia but raised partly in Harlem. She worked at salons during Denzel's childhood before eventually owning her own beauty parlor.
I used to ride my bike from Mount Vernon to the city. So I would go down White Plains Road, hit Gun Hill, cut across to Webster.
Denzel lived with both his parents and attended Pennington Grimes Elementary School. Both his parents worked, so he spent a lot of time at the boys club in Mount Vernon, hanging out or playing basketball after school. He was a big fan of the Dallas Cowboys and the LA Lakers.
All the way down Webster to Fordham Road,
Yes.
up the hill to the concourse, all the way out the concourse.
Denzel started working at just 11 or 12 years old, sweeping up at a barbershop and running errands. He was also socializing with kids who were heading down some dark paths. According to Denzel, he stated, "The guys I was hanging out with at the time, my running buddies, have now done maybe 40 years combined in the penitentiary. They were nice guys, but the streets got them."
Head down past Yankee Stadium, over the bridge,
Like a true New Yorker, that's what we do.
When Denzel was 14 years old, his whole life changed. His parents got a divorce, and his mother sent him to Oakland Military Academy to straighten him out. After graduating, he moved down to Daytona Beach, Florida, where he attended Mainland High School. He went on to study at Fordham University. There, Denzel played on the basketball team and was an undeclared major. He dabbled in chemistry, biology, law, and journalism, having not yet found his direction in life. Midway through his junior year, he was put on academic probation and took some time off school to figure himself out. Around this time, he received a prophecy from one of his mother's clients. She told him that he was destined to speak to millions of people and do great things. He didn't think much of it at the time, since he was flunking out of school. But soon after, he went to work at a YMCA camp, Camp Sloan in Lakeville, Connecticut, and the counselors put on a talent show for the kids, which gave Denzel his first taste of performance. From there, he was hooked and decided to put everything into his acting.
Acting, but I'm going to study law, so I'll have something to fall back on. I'm like, well, those are, I don't want to fall back on anything. In fact, if I'm going to fall, I want to fall forward.
Denzel returned to Fordham. He auditioned for school plays and was cast in the title role of the Emperor Jones and Othello. He graduated Fordham with a BA in drama and journalism in 1977 before going on to attend graduate school at the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco. But he didn't stay there for long, as his professional acting career was already beginning to take shape. Denzel landed his first on-screen role in 1977 for the made-for-TV movie Wilma. On set, he met the beautiful and talented Pauletta Pedersen, and the two began to date. Denzel's first off-Broadway show, A Soldier's Play, opened in 1981, earning him an Obie Award. That same year, he had his first appearance in a Hollywood film, Carbon Copy.
And one day, something showed up.
Hi, Daddy.
Carbon Copy.
Denzel's big break came when he was cast as Dr. Philip Chandler in NBC's hospital drama St. Elsewhere. The show ran from 1982 to 1988, making Denzel a familiar face to most Americans.
And pigeons.
Look, Luther, are you going to stand here and ask me about every animal in the zoo? I mean, I got a lot of patience to see.
In 1983, he married Pauletta and had their first child, John David, on July 25, 1984. Pauletta then retired from her own budding Broadway career to become a stay-at-home mom. More kids would soon follow, Katia, born in 1986, and twins Olivia and Malcolm, who were born in 1991. Then in 1989, Denzel won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in the film Glory. Moving into the 90s, Denzel began to work with Spike Lee. Their first film together was Mo Better Blues, but far more memorable was his role as the title character in Malcolm X. This was back in 1992. It's a brilliant movie you have to see. We've also done a Before They Were Gone video on Malcolm X, so be sure to check that out.
He wasn't teaching hate, he was teaching common sense. Somebody's knocking you over the head, stop them. Do whatever you have to do to stop them.
Denzel moved on to work throughout the 90s on Philadelphia, The Pelican Brief, Crimson Tide, Courage Under Fire, and The Preacher's Wife. He reunited with Spike Lee for He Got Game, then starred as Hurricane Carter in The Hurricane back in 1999. In 2000, his role in Remember the Titans earned him a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Dramatic Movie, the first awarded to a black man since Sidney Poitier. He followed in Sidney's footsteps once again the next year, becoming the second black man in history to win an Oscar for Best Actor. This was for his amazing performance in Training Day. Love that film. Denzel continued to deliver hit after hit. There was John Q, The Manchurian Candidate, Man on Fire, Inside Man, American Gangster, The Book of Eli, The Equalizer, The Magnificent Seven, and Fences, just to name a few. What are Denzel's favorites? Well, let's ask him.
What are your top 5 Denzel Washington movies? So you have to try to give us a top 5.
Don't have any.
I
don't live in the past.
Today, Denzel and his wife Pauletta are still going strong. His eldest son, John David, became a football player with the Sacramento Mountain Lions. Katia graduated from Yale with a Bachelor of Arts. Olivia played a role in the film The Butler, and Malcolm graduated from the University of Pennsylvania with a degree in film studies. As for the rest of the story, well, you know the story, because this is Before They're Famous.
I'm gonna tell you one more part about it.
Yes, tell me.
I got so good, I tried doing it without holding on to my handlebars.
Oh no,
because you're 13 and stupid.
My name is Michael McCrudden, and we make all sorts of celebrity bios here for you on this channel. We have done a whole bunch of actors. Tom Hardy, we've done that. Leonardo DiCaprio, we've done it. Will Smith, of course. Be sure to browse around, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!
banky, banana, final, full fanky. Me, my, mo, makey.